Hey everyone, has anyone ever told you that an old recessed ceiling light can actually be turned into a homemade antenna? Honestly, the first time I heard about this idea, I thought it sounded completely ridiculous. But after taking a closer look and trying it myself, I realized it was absolutely possible. And the best part is that the process is much simpler than most people would expect. Alright, enough talking, let me show you exactly how I made this strange little idea work. After thinking about it for a while, I decided to fix this broken wire first so it would be easier to connect everything to the signal transmission section later on. This is a 3-core wire, so I'm going to remove the grounding wire since it doesn't really play any role in the connection for this project. To make the wiring process easier, I'm going to extend both ends of the wire by soldering on 2 short single wires. The extra wire I'm soldering on has an insulating plastic layer on the outside, while the inside is made of multiple copper strands twisted tightly together. I'm also separating the wire colors so I won't accidentally mix up the positive and negative wires later when connecting them to the signal transmission section. To make the solder joints more secure, I'm going to wrap them with electrical tape. After wrapping electrical tape around both wire connections, I'll add an extra layer of insulating plastic tubing over them. Then I'll gently heat it with a lighter so the tubing shrinks tightly around the wires, making the connections safer and more secure. Next, I also prepared a small rectangular wooden board to use as the base for the antenna device. Its purpose is to support the structure on top, and the wooden material itself doesn't really affect or interfere with the radio signal transmission. To securely attach the recessed ceiling light onto the wooden board, I'm going to use hot glue to hold everything firmly in place. This is a simple 2x2 electrical connector block. It's compact and convenient, making it useful for connecting the two wire ends to the signal transmission section. Next, I prepared a piece of coaxial cable to act as the signal transmission component. This type of cable is specially designed to carry radio frequency signals more stably, while also helping reduce signal loss and outside interference during transmission. One end of this coaxial cable will be connected to the remaining terminals on the connector block to link everything with the antenna assembly. As for the other end of the cable, I'll deal with it later so it can be connected to the TV. For the cable end that connects to the TV, I'll attach an F-type female connector first, followed by a 90-degree F connector. This is the 90-degree F connector that I mentioned a moment ago. Its angled design makes the cable connection neater and more convenient. So the homemade antenna device is now fully completed. Next, I'm going to take it out and test it right away. Before connecting the device to the TV, I'll check the TV first so you can see that it's currently showing no signal. This is just to make sure there's no suspicion that the result is staged. And that's it. The homemade antenna is now fully completed and ready for testing. From a simple idea and a few recycled components, everything has been carefully assembled step by step into a complete working setup. Now comes the most important moment, where we find out whether this creative little project can actually bring a stable signal back to the screen or not. No tricks, no staging, just real testing with real results. Thank you for watching this build process, and I'll see you again in the next experiment.